Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another FIFA 18 experiment. In today's experiment, we'll be taking a look at something a little bit similar that we've done before with Manchester and London, and that video was quite popular. You guys seem to like it, so I thought, what else in England could we really do? And I'm thinking maybe in the future we could do the South Coast or something like that. But today we're doing Merseyside. We'll be combining the two big teams in Merseyside in Liverpool and Everton, and seeing what would happen if they joined forces and how they would do together in the Premier League. If you're going to enjoy today's video, do leave a like on it and subscribe if you are new around here, and also leave your experiment suggestions in the comment section below. I'd like to see a little bit more originality, if I'm being honest with you guys. I haven't really seen an idea that's blown me out of the water. I really want to use some of your guys' ideas, so hopefully we get some good comments coming in today's video. Like I said, if you go down there and you see something that you'd like to see, leave a like on that comment. Just a quick side note, on the last experiment I asked you guys if you would like to see me talking about real life football in some of my videos, and 70% of you said yes, which is actually a little bit more than I thought. So I was thinking, if I do go forward with that idea and doing like a weekly football video or something along those lines, what should it be called? Because I watch a couple of people that do football videos. Hugh Wizzy is my favorite personally, and he has a show called 90 More. Jimmy Conrad has The Weekend in Rewind, and they all have a little name, and I'd like to have a nice little original name if I was going to go ahead and do that, whether it's using Guardie involved in the name or whether it's just something different, something original. I'd like to give you guys the opportunity to sort of give that show a name. So if you have an idea, leave it in the comment section below. And if I go through and do these football videos and I name it after yours, you will definitely be getting a shout out. So if you have something that you think I should be calling my football videos, I'll also leave that in the comments below, because I'd be quite interested to see what you guys come up with. Anyway, moving on with the experiment, this is what the team looks like once we've combined Everton and Liverpool. Sorry, Everton fans, but the Merseyside team will be represented by Liverpool. It's Roberto Firmino up front with Mane on the left and Salah on the right. Sigurdsson, Lallana, and Idrissa Gueye make up the midfield three, with Baines, Van Dijk, Matip, and Nathaniel Klein as a back four. Mignolet is in goal. So realistically, it is pretty much the Liverpool side, but with a couple of improvements in the likes of Sigurdsson, Gueye, and Leighton Baines. 3 out of 11 from Everton. Mainly, it is a Liverpool team. Then on the bench is really where Everton's influence comes, and where the depth could potentially improve both these teams, with Tosin, Rooney, Schneiderlin, Keane, Coleman, and Pickford all coming from Everton. 6 of the 7 bench players being Evertonians. Wijnaldum, the one Liverpool player that is on the bench. So that's really where the influence of Everton can really help Liverpool. Unfortunately, there is a pretty big gap between Liverpool and Everton right now, so this wasn't too surprising. But in FIFA, I find that depth is actually quite an important part of simulated games, and Liverpool's bench isn't the best, but with these players added, it actually looks quite good. On the reserves, some more Everton and Liverpool players in the likes of Sturridge, Klaassen, Henderson, Chan, Milner, Lovren, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ashley Williams, and Loris Karius. That is everybody above an 80 rating in the Liverpool and Everton sides, other than Karius and Pickford as the backup goalkeepers. They are 79 rated each. So I'm not sure this team is really good enough to go ahead and win the league, but I do expect them to be in the top 4 for sure. And overall, it's a pretty good team. It's still not fantastic, and to be honest, really it is a Liverpool influenced team. Like I said, depth can be such an important part of this, and you never know. They could go on and do something. So without further ado, let's take a look at how they're doing halfway through the season. Okay, so halfway through the season, it's Manchester City at the top of the table, with West Ham in 2nd, Spurs in 3rd, Burnley in 4th, just 2 lost to their name. That's interesting. Manchester United sit in 5th. The Merseyside team is in 6th, Leicester in 7th, Bournemouth in 8th, Watford in 9th, Chelsea in 10th, and then Everton in 11th. So even despite losing all their really top talented players with no one above 80 rating, Everton sit in 11th position, which is better than the likes of Arsenal, which is a little bit surprising because they haven't lost any of their players. At the bottom, we have West Brom, Huddersfield, and Swansea City. Overall, the gap between 1st and the Merseyside team right now is 8 points, and they're 5 points outside a top 4 position, but they've only lost 3 games at the moment, so they're looking pretty good. And I wouldn't be surprised to see West Ham and Burnley drop out of the top 4, which would put Spurs, United, and the Merseyside squad up there in the top 4, barring anybody else coming through, or barring West Ham or Burnley actually holding on to a top 4 spot. We do know tournament mode is a bit of a strange mode. Things can happen that you just don't expect happening, and there is always major changes between halfway through the season and at the end of the season. Without further ado, let's take a look at where this Merseyside team can end up. Can they claim a top 4 spot? I'm excited to see. I think they can. I really do believe in this team right now. Okay, and there we go. My prediction was pretty much spot on, other than the fact that Manchester City capitulated in the second half of the season. Not sure what that's all about. I mean, I say capitulate. They were 1 point off the title. Really, really close between the top three there, with Spurs clinching it by a point. Spurs winning the Premier League title. Not something that you hear or say ever, really. Spurs winning the league. The Manchester club's tied on points. The goal difference from Manchester United is ridiculously big. I mean, 79 goals scored in the season, 34 conceded. To have a 45 goal difference is crazy. But more importantly, the Merseyside team clinching that 4th spot. I did predict both West Ham and Burnley to drop out. They dropped out quite hard, actually, in 7th and 8th, meaning Liverpool clinched the 4th spot, just ahead of Chelsea by 2 points, and Leicester by 3 points. Arsenal still struggling. They only ended up in 10th place, which is just, I don't even know. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what happened with Arsenal, but Everton, I'm surprised about this, to be honest with you. Everton, 11th place. That is very respectable for a team with no one over 80 rated. That is pretty good. I mean, take a look at the players that we took from Everton and we put into the Liverpool side. It's all their good players. I mean, it's going to be a lot of the young players playing, and I think similar to real life, those young players have stepped up, because in real life, Everton have had a lot of young players that have had to step up. It looks like they've done the same thing here in FIFA. 11th place, 10 wins, 16 draws, and 12 losses. Credit to Everton for picking up that 11th place. In terms of the relegation spots, Huddersfield, Swansea, and Brighton ended up getting relegated. Huddersfield, so close. 3 goal difference between them and Newcastle United, between them and safety. That would be one painful relegation. Has to be said, that would hurt if you were a Huddersfield fan. Taking a look at some of the individual performances in the season, Eriksen, he's so good in simulated games. 20 goals for Spurs. Sane, 18 goals for him. Defoe, Lukaku, Vardy, and Rashford, all getting 17 goals. The only player from the Merseyside team, Roberto Firmino, 14 goals from him. No one else from that team making an appearance in the top 15 goal scorers. And in terms of assists, it was actually Gini Wijnaldum. He picked up 7 assists, but how about Christian Eriksen? 10 assists to couple his 20 goals. That is absolutely insane. From the Great Dane, that is absolutely fantastic from Christian Eriksen. One of the best simulated seasons I think we've seen in these experiments. That is absolutely outrageous. Taking a look at a bit more of an in-depth look at this Merseyside team, no one averaged more than a 7 match rating. If you take a look at the right-hand side there, the highest there was Roberto Firmino with a 6.9, or I don't know why it shows it like this, but a 69 average. Pretty much what that average is their match rating without the decimal. So instead of out of 10, it's out of 100. I don't know why it's like that, but it is like that. You can't change it. EA just do whatever the hell they want to do. But taking a look, Roberto Firmino playing all 38 games, which is quite impressive, picking up 14 goals as we saw before, but 4 assists as well to accompany that 14 goals. So involved directly in 18 goals. That's a very good season from Roberto Firmino. After that, 30 games for Salah, picked him up 7 goals, 5 assists. Gylfi Sigurdsson with 26 games, he picked up 7 goals and 3 assists. Sadio Mane, 6 goals, 2 assists in 23 games is not bad, but other than that, no one really super impressive. Gini Wijnaldum can probably hold his head up high with 2 goals and 7 assists in 25 games. Henderson played 38 games as the defensive midfielder, which I find interesting because Idrissa Gueye played 36 games, so I'm not sure what the computer's done. I'm not sure what their preferred midfield 3 was when they had 2 defensive midfielders playing 38 and 36 games apiece. That's a bit of a strange one. Comparing the pair, Jordan Henderson, 38 games played, 2 goals, 4 assists. Idrissa Gueye, 36 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist, which doesn't surprise me too much. Henderson is a bit more of an attacking player than Idrissa Gueye. That is it. That is the end of today's experiment, guys. A very quick experiment here today. Just, I wanted to get something out because I am a little bit stuck for ideas, which is why I keep coming to you guys. In terms of the Premier League draft video, a lot of you said, take one of those teams and do a career mode with them. Now, I'm not going to do an actual career mode where I do the normal career mode stuff of playing the games and doing a full-on career mode, but I might actually take one of those teams in the career mode. Actually, it would be all those teams, but I might control one of them and see what happens, see who people sign and who goes where. It might be an interesting thing to do. Other than that, guys, like I said before, I was thinking maybe doing of like a southern coast, south side, I don't know what you call it in United Kingdom, but you know, Bournemouth, Southampton, those teams, I might be doing one of those. Other than that, I'm thinking we could do a Milan one. It would be really cool to see if we put the 2 big Milan teams together. Could they finally get a Scudetto? Porto, because it's been a while since either one of them won it, although Inter Milan are doing quite well this season. Other than that, Madrid is another one that I've thought of, but B-Monas did that quite recently, so I don't really want to steal that from him. And I was even thinking we could do like a Lisbon one and put them in the Premier League. That would be an interesting one to see with Sporting Clube de Portugal and Benfica. It would be pretty interesting to see how they would perform in the Premier League, so let me know out of all of those what you think in the comments below. But not just city experiments, I'd like to move on to some other experiments as well. So again, like I said at the top of the episode, guys, if you do have any ideas, leave them in the comment section below. And if you see anything down there you think is original or you would like to see, do leave a like on that. Additionally, if I do go on to do football videos, what should I call those videos? But that is it. That is pretty much all I need from you guys. It's actually quite a lot. There's a lot for you guys to do, but for those of you to comment, I do want to say a quick thank you for taking your time out to comment on my videos. I'm not the best with replying because I do have a job. I am quite busy, but I do read all of them. I guarantee you of that, and I go out and I leave the love hearts or whatever for those that I really do enjoy, the ones that I think are funny or the ones that I think are really informative or I think are really good comments. But just know that I am reading your comments. Don't think I'm just taking them for granted. I do appreciate everything you guys have done. Again, the support on the channel in 2018 has been absolutely insane. So if you did go on to enjoy today's video, please do leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Without further ado, I'm gonna get up. I've rambled on way too much at the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you had a good day. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.